everybody doing today? And guess who's not here? Scott. Where's Scott at? Scott is on vacation. He's down in Florida. He called me a little while ago, and he's enjoying himself. And this is the first time that he has not been on the show. Is that something?
Yeah.
What is going on?
There's a couple people.
Okay.
They're coming in. You want to start it off?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. All right. Yeah. It's been so long. All right. You ready to start this off?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. I'm Mel.
I'm Don, and we're talking real estate. Hey, Steve Kreitz, how you doing? Are you surprised, Steve? I know I am. So anyways, I don't know if you guys heard us at the very beginning, but Scott's down in Florida. He's on a vacation, enjoying himself. He is well-earned, and this is probably the first time I don't think he's missed the show. He's not going to be here. So, and I encourage him not to even come on. He might be watching us. I don't know. Scott, if you're there, say hi. But if not, hope you're enjoying yourself at the pool.
Yeah, even in Alaska, he was live.
Yeah. When he went to New York, wherever it is, he's always gone live. So, hi, Christine, Mrs. Bergeron, Mom. How you doing?
Ma.
So today the show is going to be really kind of laid back on the fly. We don't know where it's going to go, and we're going to talk about a few things, and we'll see where we end up. So of course we have Mortgage Mike coming up. He's going to give us some information and see what he's got to add to the show today. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Scott.
Long time no see.
Where's Scott?
Scott's on vacation.
Vacation?
Vacation. Can you believe it? After all
Scott
this,
doesn't.
this is the
It's
first,
not that he doesn't take. Scott doesn't get vacation. What do you mean he's on vacation?
I know. Isn't that something? He's finally went on a vacation to enjoy himself. And
Well, we need to. When we see him, we're going to have to whip him back into shape and beat him down just to make sure that he doesn't get too full of himself.
yeah, you know what? He was going to the pool when he called me, and he FaceTimed me. So yeah, he was heading down there. You could tell.
Hey, Steve. Hey, guys. How's the whole clan doing? Everybody. I'll do it since Scott's not here. Where's everybody calling in from? Let's see
There
it.
you go.
What's for dinner?
Where's everybody visiting us from? If we don't see Scott up there saying he's coming to us from Florida, but we'll take it.
You know, I'm out of touch here. So there you are. Where are you calling in from?
So I'm calling in from Woodhaven, and
Steve Kreitz is in D7, of course.
the good old D7.
AP D7, Christine, awesome. And of course, we're here in Dearborn, or the old Dearborn.
Dearborn.
You ever heard that before? No. That's
So
old.
I'll cut to the standard question, and I'll just say dinner tonight was leftovers. I had a nice chicken. I had a nice salad with some chicken, some cucumbers, and some good seasoned dressing. And we had some leftover pulled pork sandwiches and some leftover goulash. So it was a big leftover day.
How do you make your goulash?
What's that?
How do you make your goulash?
Well, this goulash was a little bit different because what I did is I made a double batch of it like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I froze half of it. So, and with the healthy trick my son into eating something healthy for him, what I typically do is I'll take squash and zucchini and onions, and I'll put them and I'll butter fry them, and then pretty much just do it as a regular tomato sauce after that. Diced tomatoes, the actual tomato, diced tomatoes, tomato paste, some tomato sauce, and season it up. And then what I'll do is I'll cook up the protein noodles, and then put the whole pound of it in with the rest of the sauce, and then you got loads of leftover goulash where you're tricking them into eating squash, zucchini, and tomatoes.
Wow. Good trick. Boy, Mike, sure sounds like you emptied the refrigerator tonight.
Well, we do need to empty the refrigerator. With it being back to school, this past weekend I did a big shopping run as we try to get our eating routines in a better spot. And by doing that, I had all this food I had to go through. So it's been the first couple of days I was just making a lot of different foods so that I wouldn't have to worry about having to throw away any of the meat. That's always the worst part about, shopping for a lot of food is now you got to use it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't want to throw meat away. It's too expensive to do that.
I hate throwing anything away,
Yeah.
just like anyone,
Yeah, absolutely. My wife really gets on me about that stuff. We don't do it too often, thank goodness, but yeah.
But no, that stuff, I really love the zucchini and the squash with the, in the tomato sauce, because when you cook it in there and you simmer it long enough, you can't taste the zucchini, you can't taste the squash, you don't see it. It just melts right into the sauce. And think about all the servings of vegetables that you're getting when you have that. And you wouldn't even know it's not just a regular, macaroni spaghetti,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My wife has made spaghetti squash with meat sauce, and it's awesome. Very tasty.
Yeah, it was a meat sauce too. It did have hamburger in there as well. So it's the same thing. Yep. And sometimes, our family will eat the green beans, we'll eat peas, we'll eat corns, we'll eat carrots, canned stuff and fresh stuff. But for the most part, we know we're not getting over into the broccoli or the cauliflower or the other vegetables that are super nutritious for you. So sometimes you got to figure out a way to get those in.
Absolutely. Yeah. So how about dessert?
Well, I made some sugar cookies. We had some Christmas sugar cookies that were been in the pantry, the box to make them with for since last Christmas. So I finally opened the box and it said it was good through November of this year. So I said, okay, like you said, it was time to figure out what kind of a nice dessert to have around the house for a couple of days. I said, finally, I'm going to get off my butt and make these before I let them expire and have to throw them out.
Awesome. Yeah, good deal. Hey, so what's going on in the mortgage world, Mike? Got any?
Well, I got a couple things to share. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And as you know, every Wednesday now I'm posting something on Facebook to cover in the video cast here, and you'll see today with the appreciation that we've been seeing down here in Woodhaven, the median price, which means the average price for a home in Woodhaven is $245,000. I'm not sure to show. I guess that's your guys' homework, realtor friends, Don and Mel, to tell us how much that's changed. When we talk about year-over-year appreciation, but to put that in a concise comparison for you, you'll see that today is National Lemonade Day, and $245,000 is exactly equal to 13,300 lemonade citrus juicers.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot of juicers.
That's a lot of juice. Boy, you could have a heck of a lemonade stand with that.
Right. So then just to hop over to some relevant information for our viewers, we talk, and I even still today, get calls about people who are considering refinancing. But the real big thing to know about refinancing in this market is that if your interest rate on your current mortgage it's almost assuredly somewhere between 3% and 4.5% on your current mortgage. So refinancing maybe to pay off some debts or consolidate some other loans is it's going to be really hard, and it's not going to be 100% that refinancing your first mortgage is going to be not an option, but in most cases you're going to be much better off utilizing a home equity loan or a home equity line. So and they're going to say the exact same. This is just an ad that explains why those things are coming back around as more relevant. And obviously, it's because you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face and refinance your great first mortgage that has probably a significant amount of balance on it just to pay off $10,000 or $20,000 in car loans or get or an auto, in credit card loans, or maybe get $20,000 to do some home improvements. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to turn around. You're going to use that beautiful appreciation that you've had on our homes here over the last few years, and you're going to go to your bank or your credit union, and you're going to ask them about home equity loans and home equity lines. I won't cover a whole lot here, but the main difference between a home equity loan, which would be a HELOAN, HELOAN, or a home equity line, which would be a HELOC, home equity line of credit, HELOC. So the main difference is when you take a home equity loan, they're going to give you the amount or pay those specific things off for you at closing, and it's just like your first mortgage where you're going to make a payment on it for a set period of time, and that's the end of it. Well, what's nice about a line is, and I just opened a line recently myself, a home equity line of credit, is that you don't have to need it unless you want it. You can open it up today. You can open up a $25,000 home equity line of credit, and you don't have to put anything on it. It can just sit there at zero. And then in 6 months from now, you find out you got to replace your porch. Now you can go out and get some quotes, confident in the fact that you've got that home equity line there to do the initial payoff for you on the cost of putting that new porch in. And then you can figure out if you're going to, pay it off over a 6 month period or a year period, or if you're just going to pay the interest on it. Now, a home equity line of credit allows you to pay interest-only payments typically for the first 10 years, and then it's going to become amortized to repay it over, as an example, the next 20 years. So that would be a typical home equity line of credit. But
what interest
other
rate?
than that, if you want to throw up any questions that I can see in the room about home equity lines or home equity loans, I'd be happy to ask them. Otherwise, feel free to call me just to discuss, the different vehicles out there for loans. And you guys can look at my Facebook page and get my contact information off there. Let me go ahead and turn this off.
So, Mike,
hop back over. Hey guys, I'm back.
What's the interest rate on some of those, either the equity loan or the home line of credit?
Well, the home equity loans are going to be similar to a first mortgage, where like the current going rate for like a fixed loan, like a first mortgage, would be in the 6% range, maybe 5.75 to 6.25. On a home equity loan, if it's going to be fixed, you should expect it to be a little bit higher than that. So probably the higher sixes. It's going to be a little bit higher than normal mortgages. And then on a home equity line of credit, what they typically do is it's based upon the prime rate plus plus a point or plus whatever their built-in margin is. Right. So whatever the prime rate is today, I haven't even followed up to see what it is with all the different adjustments. Let me see what Echo says. Echo, what is the Federal Reserve prime rate?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Fool.com,
Echo,
the federal.
What is the prime rate today?
Here's something I found on the web. According to LeadRetext.org, the current prime rate is 4.75% and will decrease to 4.25% on October 7th.
So if our friend Echo is correct, she says that the prime rate is 4.75%.
So that's not too bad. That's pretty interesting. That interest rate's not too far crazy, way out there.
Right. So you get and a lot of times there's going to be an introductory rate for HELOCs as well. That's the line of credit. But the big thing that you got to realize is that that's an adjustable rate. It's going to always be whatever the prime rate is. So we know the Federal Reserve is going to be adjusting the prime rate up again here relatively soon, and perhaps even more, over the next few months as they try to tame inflation. Right. So it doesn't seem so bad now, but you are exposed to whatever that rate does in the future. But that is countered by the fact that you don't have to use that line unless you actually need it, and you can pay it off. You go out, you spend $10,000 fixing your porch, and then you pay it off, and then in a couple more years you use it for something else. You go out and you buy a car with it. You know, for you need to get a beater car for $8,000 so that you can drive it around for your kid or whatever. You can put that on the home equity line too, and then look at the financing later. It's a great way to have liquidity at your fingertips.
Yeah, and it's a very easy thing to use and to pay off, and just keep it available when you get into a pinch.
Yep, absolutely.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think both of those you can write them off on your taxes as interest. Take off the interest on it. If I'm not mistaken.
You can, but what they've done is they've made the government has made the standardized deduction so high that you're going to have, even with mortgage interest, you're going to have a very difficult time exceeding that standardized deduction. So even though there's truth in the fact that things are tax deductible, unless you're self-employed or you're spending a lot of money for your business or for medical, you're going to have a difficult time exceeding the standardized deduction in most cases.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Yeah. Before, I had one a long time ago. I don't now, but
it used to be years ago. It was more when the standard deduction, not even that long ago, maybe 10 years ago, the standardized deduction was much lower, and you were much more likely to, with your mortgage interest, your taxes on your property taxes, and then other write-offs, you were much more likely to exceed that standardized deduction.
Yep. All right, Mike. Anybody out there that watching this show that has an equity loan or has done anything like that, refinance anything recently?
Just me.
By the way, do you do those type of loans, Mike?
You know, we do them, but only when they're used in conjunction with the first mortgage.
Okay.
Now I don't know. Who knows? With the market changing, maybe we'll do more of those standalone home equity lines. But in most cases, I believe you're going to find that you're going to get your best terms on something like that from your local bank or credit union that you do your local banking with.
Okay, very good. All right, Mike, anything to add?
Everybody have a great night. It was good seeing you, Don. Nice
too,
seeing you
Mike.
on camera, Mel.
Nice seeing you again. Can you
I
believe this?
know. Was it like maybe 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
I've been,
And it was only brief. Do you have anything for Mike?
I used my hands. No.
All right, Mike. Thank you very much. Wait, here's somebody had it.
Mom did, yeah.
Mom had one. Steve Kreitz saying bye. All right,
See you,
Mike.
Steve.
Thanks, bud. Have a good night.
See you guys.
See ya.
See you later.
All right, so there you go. I mean, a lot of information there, a lot of good information. And have you ever thought about doing something like that? Would you ever?
Line of credit?
Yeah.
Well, getting my mortgage was kind of brutal.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through that right now.
Yeah.
Because I know I'd have to go through it all over again
Yeah.
until probably 5 years.
Yeah.
I'll be able to.
But it's a good tool to have just in case you get down the road.
I don't want to go through that.
So,
song and dance again.
so what do you want to talk about now, Mel? So what people been up to since I've been gone? And
Yeah, you guys
by the
missed
way, when does anybody know when my last day on the show was? I did it a couple times since my retirement day.
Your sign off.
My sign off. That's it. My final is this it right here? My final farewell. Does anybody remember the date? My last date here? Do you?
I don't.
Yeah, I remember.
I know it was like cold though.
Yeah, it was. It was cold. I remember it very clearly. So, everybody out there know that? Remember that? Steve Kreitz was there. You were.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming, Steve. Babs Phillips, we have a small equity credit we're paying on. It helps with our credit rating. Absolutely. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'll tell you, it was February 22nd. It was the second anniversary of the show, and
Oh yeah.
on February 22nd. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about bathrooms, updating bathrooms. There have been some big things that have been going on in bathrooms. People are really putting a lot of effort and energy and money into it. Because
With your line of credit.
with your line of credit, right? There you go. So there's what do we have there? Some of the things. So one of the biggest things right now is a statement vanity, meaning that it's really nice. Usually, sometimes it has these feet that make it look like it's a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
So, and we were wondering what are some of the some of the colors of these bathroom vanities and the percentages of these colors here. So, what do you think the biggest out of all those colors, out of wood and gray, wood or gray, blue, black, or green, are the biggest ones? See you, Steve. Thanks for watching. Do you know? Do you have any idea? What do you think? What color is your bathroom vanity?
It's a dark, like an espresso brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really dark. I wanna redo my bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just too. I mean, I think it's too masculine
Yeah.
for me. It's very dark and it needs to be brighter. And
Could you paint it?
the cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. My wife painted our bathrooms upstairs.
I have a black countertop and I don't like it because it shows everything.
Mhm.
And I want one of those LED mirrors.
And it doesn't take a lot to put a new top on and paint it.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of the colors the big popular colors that people have right now are white, gray, of course. Yeah, gray's big right now. So the 3 in 10 homeowners choose wood or gray. So that's 30% of them, either wood or gray. Ours is downstairs is a maple, I think. So there you go, wood, and the upstairs is kind of a gray.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grayish color. So there you go, right there.
Is your house is it modern or kind of?
No, it's traditional, I think. Yeah, I think it is. Basement, we refinished the basement, so that's a little more modern. So
Is that all done?
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
So
I wish I had
just
pictures.
in
I want to
time
show
for football?
pictures. Yeah, it is. I just wish I had some pictures, but I don't have them. Okay, so that's 30%. The next color, blue, black, or green. What do you think is next? Blue, black, or green, and what percentage do you think it might be? '50s green tile. Oh boy. How do you like it, Kathy? You like the '50s green tile
Because
or?
it's not flesh color.
Yeah. What color?
Flesh.
Flesh.
That peachy brown or not nice. Oh,
Wow. Christine
wow.
Wachinski, very close. 14%.
Yeah.
Very close. Wow, that's really good. So next color, black, 40%. A little bit high there, Mom.
Mhm.
And next is black at 5%. How many people? Does anybody out there have black? Would you paint yours black?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I'd paint mine black either. Anybody have black vanity in their bathroom? And the last one is green at 2%. How about green?
No.
I've seen green cabinets in kitchens.
Do you like the split color? You like the
Different
top?
colors?
Yeah. the
Yeah,
top
I kind of do.
and
Yeah,
like a darker color on the bottom. I'm gonna redo my kitchen.
I kind of do. But I think that as time goes on, that'll date the house. It'll date the room. So you just have to go back and paint it anyway. So
Mhm.
not a big deal.
It's expensive. It's like $70 a gallon for that self-leveling paint.
Yeah.
For your cabinets.
Self-leveling paint. Why would you need that?
Because you put it on, like you take all the doors off and then you just sand them down a little bit and then you just paint them and then you just give it time to like cure and the paint just spreads evenly over all of the surface and it just self-levels. So you're not going to have like, any streaks or anything like that. It all smooths out.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
My mom did
I
a
didn't know you
kitchen
need
and it was
that.
really good.
Yep, I agree with the black. If it's a big bathroom, big bright bathroom, black would work. It's got to be probably a lot of white. I think a lot of white. A lot of white, maybe a big
White and
window.
black, like
yeah.
a farmhouse,
Yeah.
modern farmhouse.
Yeah. Benjamin Moore has a great cabinet paint. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we use is Benjamin Moore. Okay, so.
Bear paint. Bear's pretty good.
So what was the other one? So a few more things that they're doing that homeowners are doing in bathrooms. They're updating, and this one I'm not totally understanding, but they upgraded their ventilation system in their bathrooms. And some of the things is radiant heating in the floor.
Yes, absolutely.
I think my parents have that.
I would love to do that. But you got to think about the cost of the electric.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you put your feet on ceramic tile in the winter and it's warm, that sounds like that'd be a nice.
Like your
thing to do.
bedroom and like
Yeah. I don't know about the bedroom, but I
The
think the bathroom.
basement.
Yeah.
You did the basement.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my brother-in-law built a house and the whole floor had heated. The floors were heated throughout the whole house. So it was always warm everywhere
Unless
you
you
were.
had a boiler and that just heated everything.
Yeah, and it does. His did. He had a big wood box, and you put wood in it and stuff like that.
Oh.
So white is still a big color in bathrooms,
Mhm.
vanities, the walls, the tile. Showers are a big priority. I'm sure a lot of people see that. I'm sure you see that in a lot of. My son put an offering on a house and had this huge bathroom down in the basement with a shower stall. It was beautiful, beautiful.
I never use my tub.
Yeah, no, neither do we.
I prefer a walk-in shower
Yeah.
rather than having a tub.
Yeah, and I think that's what the point of this is. That a lot of people do. They don't want. Most people don't use tubs anymore.
But didn't they say like resale of a house, like you need a tub in
That's what
the bathroom?
That's what they say, and you need one bathroom with a tub. Typically, I don't know if you do to sell a house.
The
but
right person who wants that will buy it.
Yeah, and I think people with the bathtub, you have, if you have a baby, then or younger kids, they need to take a bath. They can't take a shower. They can, but it's easier to take a bath. So
I
So
think
who
baths are
doesn't-
gross.
who doesn't? What's
I
that?
just think they're gross.
Who doesn't like to get in a bubble bath?
Full bath, yeah, but
So you have to have a bathtub to do that, right?
I never use it. I think I've used it once.
Most people don't. It takes too much to heat the water.
Yeah.
And people are putting a lot of plants in the houses these days. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my mom, she has radiant heat in her bathroom floors.
Oh, really?
And the big thing that's really might be a little surprising, maybe not so much, but high-tech commodes. And what do you think that might mean?
Like a warm seat,
Warm seat,
bidet.
a bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want one.
I
would love it.
yeah, I think in the future you're going to see more and more bidets and
Cut down on toilet paper because it's
Yeah.
so expensive.
yeah, I think I would dig it. I think it'd be a good idea. So
Mhm.
you got some prices on some of these upgrades that you want to throw out there? The average, like a shower. How much would a shower cost?
The average shower is $41.30
That's not
to
too
redo the
bad.
shower.
Does that seem like a high price or low price?
Honestly, I haven't priced tile or
Yeah.
anything like that.
But if it's just a shower, I mean, that is, I guess, pretty expensive.
But a
so.
high-end shower is as high as $9,000. Does that include
Yeah.
hardware?
I think, yeah, for
Like
the shower, yeah,
like the full length
Yeah.
shower head.
Yeah, I think so,
Full
yeah.
body.
I think so. But I think it might be upgraded tile and that sort of stuff. too.
Average plumbing is $7,000. Countertops are around $750. Cabinets $1,800. Flooring $400.
Yeah.
The toilet is $370.
Do they have bidets on there?
Nope.
No. So my mom has a bidet, and so
Total
does
cost $21,000 for an average
Yeah.
cost to redo.
to redo a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21,000 to redo a whole bathroom. So
That's not even including the labor for someone doing it.
so what is it, another 10 grand,
Yeah.
15 grand, or double that, I think. So
These days, you want $50 more.
Scott's mom had her daughter, his husband installed a bidet and they love it. So you can see, I think those are going to come around more and more. You've seen it. Sometimes you go into restaurants or other bathrooms in restaurants and you'll see the ones that the portable, not portable, but I don't know if they're temporary. They got the hose next to it and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you do have stuff out there they're changing. You can see it's becoming more open or more out there more often in our area. So it's kind of cool, kind of a cool thing. So, all right, anything else? Should we talk about?
I don't know. What do you have? Your vacations?
Well-
What have you been doing all summer?
Yeah. So talk about what I did all summer. I went to South Carolina in April, May, went to Greenville, Aiken, and then Charleston. Enjoyed a good week, good 10 days. That was about a 10-day vacation. Came back, went up to Leland, up in Michigan, went to Fishtown, and then came back for a weekend, the next week, a couple days, and then went back to Mackinac Island for a wedding on the island. So,
Does it still smell like horses?
oh yeah,
Like permeates
Yeah.
inside the restaurant?
yeah. You know the thing is, I mean, you've been up there, right?
Yeah.
It's not a horrible smell, you know,
I don't know about that.
but it,
It hits
I mean,
you in
it's
the
just-
face as soon as you get off.
yeah, but
As soon as you get off
but-
the ferry, it's like.
but it's not. It's a good smell, I think, in a certain respect, right? It just makes you feel like you're away. So, all right. I think that's it. I think that's all we got to really talk about today. Like I said at the very beginning, this is a fly by the seat of your pants show. So
I'm sure
I think-
Scott's gonna have a lot to talk about when he gets back.
I thought he was, yeah, Scott. I'm sure Scott will
Pictures.
catch up. And he was supposed to be watching it, but I don't know if he really is. So, all right. Anyways, ready to wrap this
watching
up?
the sunset.
He's at the pool or sleeping right now.
Mm.
All right, so you ready to wrap this up?
Hungover, yeah.
All right,
I'm Mel.
I'm Don, and we're talking real estate. See you next time. Bye, Christine. Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night. What was the last one? What did he say?
What?
Did somebody say something else?